Hi, teacher. Hi, classmates. It's a pleasure to be in here and to present this graded activity. My name is Mateo Miranda, and I will show you first my car ID to be sure that it is me. So we're gonna talk about tense, aspect, and voice. In this mind map, the 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 graded activity asks us to do. So first, I'm gonna talk about that the verb is the heart of the sentence. In some cases, the verb is the whole sentence. So it's very important to be, yeah, to be, it's important to know this importance of the verbs. Now we're gonna see the types of how we can use these verbs. So the first one is tense. Tense refers to the time when the action of the verb takes place. Is divided into three subdivisions: past tense, present tense, and future tense. Now I'm gonna do an example. I'm gonna read the examples and explain it to you. I wish I knew. Knew is the tense that is in the past. The verb is in the past, but the time can be future or past because I wish I knew. You don't know when you wish that you knew something. So here we can see an example of a past tense because the tense is in the past, but the time can be future or past depending on how you say the sentences or how you want to express the sentence. Now, in English does not have future tense, morphological inflected on the verb. Here's an example. I run and I will run. As we can see, I run is a present tense example. I run. And I will run is a future tense example. But how if English don't have future tense? Because when you use of words such as will or shall, is a signal to show futurity, to show that this is in the future. Because you can see here, run and run. The verb is in the tense is in the present. I run. But as if we add I will run, then we will have an example of future tense. Now we're going to talk about the aspect. And what is the aspect? Aspect refers to how the action of the verb relates to the time it is divided into three subdivisions: simple aspect, progressive aspect, and perfect aspect. Now, as before, I'm gonna give example and explain it to you this subdivision of aspect. So, in English mark duration in verbs, we have progressive, not non-progressive. So, in progressive, an example is I was leaving. Why? Because the verb in the verb in ing shows a progressive action that it can be like in the past, but it progress. The verb showed progression, that an action that progress. Now, a non progressive is I lived because it's dry, like I like the sentence here I live. No, they don't say I used to because then we have a normal aspect that is here I used to read. That is an action that you used to do it, but you don't do it anymore. So I hope you understand these differences of aspect. Now we're gonna go into voice. Voice refers to the relationship between the subject and the verb. It is divided in two subdivisions. The subdivisions are active voice and passive voice. Here I have examples of the both. The cat chased the mouse, and the mouse was chased by the cat. As you can see here in red, we have the subject, and in green we have the verb and the form of the verb, and the yellow have the object. We have the object. Now, how we can see if no, now I'm going to explain the structure of the sentence. Now the cat is the agent. The verb and the mouse become the patient. Now the mouse here is the patient too. The verb but by the cat is a preposition, because here we can erase by the cat, and we can only say the mouse was chased and have meaning. And you will say that but by the cat is the agent, but in the passive voice sentences with verbal complex, all the words serving as the verb contains a form of to be followed by the verb in the participle form. So, as we can see here, we have the participle form by the cat. Now, that is the difference between active and passive voice, because in the active, we have a sentences in which the noun, the phrase subject in deep structure is the noun, and phrase subject in the surface structure. That's like we can see here, that have meaning because have the patient and the agent. Sorry, the agent and the patient. Now that we know the importance of this form, of how to use the verbs. Now in the as we can read here, knowing aspect tense and voice work is crucial for coherent text production and syntax. In this course, here is a deep reflection of the importance of understanding this concept. So here I will read that first we need a coherent text production. Aspect tense and voice play a significant role in producing coherent and cohesive text. Understanding the appropriate use of aspect help writers convey the temporal nature of events, whether they are ongoing, complete, or repeat. The tense allow the writers to situate action in time, indicating whether they occur in the past, present, or future. Voice, on the other hand, as I mentioned in the presentation, influence the relation between the subject and the verb, determining whether the subject is the doer of the action, active voice, or the receiver of the action, passive voice. By using the linguistic feature effectively, writers can create a clear and logical narrative, ensuring that their ideas flow smoothly and are easily understood by the readers. The second one is syntax in discourse. Aspect, tense, and voice also contribute to the syntax structure of discourse. The correct of aspects such as the progressive aspect of perfect aspect adds deep and new nuance to the narrative by indicating the duration of the completion of the action. Tense helps establish the temporal sequence of events, allowing writers to organize their ideas chronologically. Voice, particularly the passive voice, can be strategized to shift focus, emphasize certain elements, or create a more formal tone. Understanding how these linguistic features interact and influence sentence structure is essential for construing coherent and grammatically correct sentences and paragraphs in discourse. Now, effective communication, proficiency in aspect, tense, and voice in high communication skills enable speakers and writers to convey their intended meaning accurate. In academic and professional contexts, where precise and effective communication is crucial, mastery of this concept is particularly important, for instance, in academic writing, and the appropriate use of the tense aspect and passive voice often as essential. Inaccurate or inconsistent use of this feature can lead misunderstanding, confusion, and lack of credibility. Conversely, a strong command of aspect, tense, and voice allows individuals to express themselves clearly, engage readers or listeners effectively, and convey their ideas with precision and coherence. Now, in conclusion, understanding how aspect, tense, and voice work is vital for coherent text production and syntax in discourse. These linguistic features contribute to the organization, clarity, and effectiveness of writing and spoken communication. By mastering the concept, individuals can produce well-structured and coherent text, convey their intended meaning accurate, and engage their audience effectively. As I mentioned in this presentation, this is why it's important, because it gives meaning and attract the readers when you use these features, and gives more professionality to your task works. If you're writing something, you're talking to someone, and by knowing and difference the features and how to use it, you will be a better communicator. And that's it. Thank you for attention, and see you in another time.